Welcome back, Beat 'em Up X-Cops, and welcome back to Streets of Rage 1. This is the hardest difficulty setting, and in the Rocket Rabbit Commentaries playthrough of the hardest difficulty setting, we're fighting Fist of Doom and the karate guys that are groomed.
Jeez, was that 9 hits?
You will begin to appreciate more and more how much more health each of these individual fighters have. It becomes especially problematic while you find yourself more frequently in mob sandwich situations where you are pincered on both sides and rendered completely helpless for a moment. Situations like these can cost you up to 50 to 75% of your health if you're not careful.
So far, they're not. You see, you just immediately threw that. It didn't actually have any durability on it. At least they're not overly throwing dudes at you at the moment.
Not yet. Streets of Rage 1 does warm you up to the hardest difficulty. It is your option. You do have to go to the menu in order to access the hardest mode of all, and no, you do not have to beat the game first. Streets of Rage 2, actually, which we will be going into at a later point, requires you to beat the game on the hardest mode before you can unlock the actual hardest difficulty, which is Mania mode.
And that's the one where Ray the Flying Squirrel and Knuckles the Echidna show up, right?
Pretty much. Why yada. Aggro, watch out. If you don't contain the aggro will spread the virus throughout the body of our partnership. He's aggro. You gotta watch out for those guys. Okay, item wielders. Alright, we got one aggro. Alright, we got two aggros on the field now. Kick. And kick.
Alright, at least one of them's down. I like that you can determine if an enemy no longer has threat or HP by them actually having defeat sounds. It's a thing that I'm starting to appreciate more as I grow older when it comes to gaming. That defeat sounds are a congratulatory thing.
Oh yeah, dude, like Resident Evil 4, for example. That's your cue to stop shooting, Mr. Survival Horror Gamer.
But I have more bullets, and his model is still on screen. Clearly, I need to empty my clip some more.
He's turning it into fertilizer. What do I
do? Do you think Leon would actually have made it to Resident Evil 4 if he had a garden hose?
Well, as I understand it, Leon can go through the entire game without ever firing a gun. So yes, I would think that he would do just fine with a garden hose.
Okay.
You just keep whacking and whacking.
Wow, I think time has actually slowed down to a 3 count here, maybe even a 3.5 count.
I guess it's a good thing that the timer usually falls into the background. As long as you're making decent progress, you never really have to pay to that much attention to the timer or how long an in-game second actually is in real time.
But then, of course, the defeat sounds are a bit of trickery when it comes to the whip girls, because they play their defeat sounds as a false flag.
Well, they do that. They start doing that later. They start doing that. They get invincibility frames for like a half hour, and then they get back up so you can do damage to them again.
So that one's down.
Dead.
Yeah.
She made the defeat sound, so she's just dead. If you throw an enemy and they make the defeat sound, they're dead. No. You see, Axel heeded the Fists of Doom because the aggro guys are stupid as hell. And it would behoove you to exploit the stupidity of the AI, as you can identify them on the screen. Each of these guys has a little AI personality. It's good that you get to know these personalities. On the subject of personalities, here come the wrestlers. These guys are very predictable. Use your special, The second, they could have hit you, because that could have killed you. And get ready to lock them up. Here we go. Dance
Now,
time.
you lock these up with jump kicks, right?
Yeah, jump kicks are ideal. Alright, Blaze missed it. Alright, timing's... Oh, crap. No, I might still be able to... Axel might still be able to land on his feet if he presses and holds jump and the up button at the same time. Yeah, he stuck the landing. Alright, he might... Yep, he's got them both locked up. Blaze, just hold on to that guy for a second while I do my business. It'll be over in a second. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Behold, explore more boss patterns.
Yeah. Oh, that worked.
Yay!
Yay. And so we have beaten, without dying, mind you, the third stage. Actually, no, wait, we did die. One of us died. And it was player one. Whoever that was. I think it was Mike.
It's okay. He got his life back. Okay, so we are on the boat now, right?
No, the boat is the next level in the next part.
Oh.
We are back on the freeway now, where we're going to be meeting fire-breathing fatties at the very end of this little corridor right here. One thing that I miss from Streets of Rage 1 in the later games is that it's one corridor. Streets of Rage 2 and 3 are actually a series of corridors truncated by loading screens. And these, much like how in this game, if you scroll the screen too far to the right, you could miss out on items that get wiped out on the left side of the screen. That's not quite as bad as having maybe 2 items that are well within your reach, but because you kill the last enemy on the board, it loads the next corridor. So the items get left behind.
Yeah, the evolution of enhanced graphics does actually hurt beat-em-ups quite a bit.
It's that's going to take some getting used to if you're going from Streets of Rage 1 to 2. But the Streets of Rage series will reward graduates who start at 1, proceed to 2, beat 2, and then beat 3 in succession. You don't want to jump directly into the later games. You will feel a bit overwhelmed, I imagine.
Ouch!
See, I contemplated. Imagine that. This is a successful run for Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and I thought that was when I had to just put the fucking controller down because I died while holding special.
But yeah, Blaze's health pool is what, like three normal hits?
Her health pool?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they all take the same amount of damage.
No, they don't.
Rate. Oh, yeah, Michael starts doing that thing as Axel. Yeah, you can totally just whirl back and forth in quick succession in order to hit enemies on both sides of you. It's rather effective.
That's actually a cancel, isn't it? Yeah. What he's doing there is he's canceling the animation with a back attack.
And he's also exploiting the stupidly long stun timing so that he can have time to turn around, punch, and then resume the stun on the guy he was stunning already. Jugglers! Get away, you tricky son of a bitch!
Alright, he's down.
Now go!
Him just walked into the pit.
Him walk into pit, he fall down!
Lives.
Yeah, extra lives, lots of extra lives. Extra lives and extra points. Because you get lots of continues, you will enjoy getting 50,000 points for your first one up rather regularly on the hardest difficulty. Harder mode, well, hard mode I should say, also gives you a point advantage. I imagine it's 20,000 instead of 30,000, which is up from 10,000 points for completing each level on the normal difficulty. You will get lives more frequently. And again, having more continues, it makes the game feel more tolerable. Yeah.
I don't think you went over what you're supposed to do against the red martial artists.
Oh, the red martial artists, they're just they're just palette swaps of the other karate guys.
Yeah, but I don't think you actually went over what their significant weakness is.
The karate guys, you can dispatch them mostly by throwing them.
Okay.
Because they have an answer both to punching and kicking. If you try kicking them, they evade. If you try punching them, they may get first strike because their kicks have longer reach. Throw his ass overboard. I count 7 kills. Oh, nice interrupt on the Fists of Doom. No more Mr. Knife Guy. And we've made it to the boss frame.
Okay.
Okay, somebody's gonna need some health real quick. Thank you.
Nice stun lock.
The master of the stun lock. Axel can punch at about 140 punches per second in Streets of Rage 1, but his punches per second goes down. His punches per minute goes down. All right, get in places, boys. Lock them up. Yeah. Fuck these guys. Crap, Mook. Fatty broke free.
Well, for the record, the fatty didn't actually break free there. The mook scared you away.
Oh, no. Oh, geez, what do I do? We might be able to resume a lock. Nope, the other fat... Alright, Blaze, just keep attacking. You keep the faith. Motherfucker.
Yeah, I remember.
God.
That's how I cheat. That's how I cheesed through this during the run for Random Podcast of Awesomeness. I ended up just throwing the mook at the fatties.
That might even be the way you're actually supposed to take him out. Is hang on to the mook for as long as you can, so you got some cannon fodder.
Yay!
Oh, Fatty's down. Fatty is down. Goes the thumb.
And in the next episode, we will continue on to round 5 and 6.
Round 5. Feeling fine. We're going to be enjoying even more lives and more kick-ass action in just a bit. Stay tuned.